Humans of planet Earth, welcome back to JRE in a nutshell. I am your host Rafa, and today we're gonna talk about the interview with Gary Clark Jr., a musician guy, pretty cool musician and pretty cool dude. But first, don't forget to like, subscribe, press that bell, and follow me in all of these social media, and tell your friends and all that cool shit. So, Gary Clark Jr., he came with his guitar, and that's always a bad sign for me. I don't really like when musicians play their songs in the podcast. I don't know why. It just makes me feel uncomfortable. Fucking everybody's like listening and you're playing. I don't know. It's weird. It makes me feel uncomfortable. Also, I don't like being spoon-fed stuff. Like I know your name. I know where to find your music, if I'm interested in it. But I don't. I don't know. I don't like it. But whatever. So it's not as bad actually. They start talking about his album, and immediately the guy just moved to Austin, so they start talking about how the city is growing, and Joe, so he's seeing whatever amount of skyscrapers being built and shit like this. The city is growing, and they talk about freedom of speech for comedians, but not in the sense of being cancelled, but more in the sense of having managers and having like uh, suits basically who have the money but have zero of creativity, but they want to have an influence in the art, and how musicians have to pay, yeah, write the lyrics, they have to approve, blah blah blah, and comedians don't. And he said, yeah, comedians don't have that there's no limits to what you can say. And I disagree, because there, as long yeah, but as long as it's funny, let's say, as long as it's funny, you can say whatever the fuck you want. But if it's not funny, yeah, that's the only must. It has to be fucking hilarious. So then they mentioned Clapton and how he got cancelled just because he was affected by the vaccine himself, um, health wise, let's say. Ridiculous. I didn't know it was that bad. I heard something about it back then, but terrible. Like the guy's completely cancelled just because he had adverse effects to the vaccine. Disgusting. Then they speak about legality of weed, legalize motherfuckers, and a lot of cool stuff about that. And then before he starts playing live, he gives Joe the guitar, and for the first time in his life, apparently Joe plays a guitar. It's pretty funny. So yeah, then he plays. He tunes for a bit, and then he plays. So all in all, pretty cool guy, and I like it that he left the playing for the end. So yeah, pretty fun conversation. I would give it 3.5 nuts. If he wouldn't have played, it would have given 4. Oh, I sound like a hater. But anyway, yeah, it's a cool interview, chill, and some conspiracy, also some Kennedy stuff. Look in the topics. Don't forget to check out down in the topics, and don't forget that I have nothing to do with Joe Rogan or the Joe Rogan Experience podcast. And the same books. I added musicians this time since it's a musician, so every musician they mention is also there, and movies and books and everything else as usual. So that's it for today, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
I think there's a lot of things in life. I think there's a lot of things in life that people gravitate towards because I think there's a great value in having a thing that takes the rest of the world away. That thing could be golf, like it is for Jamie. It could be anything, whatever it is. But there's a real value in having a thing that takes the world away.
I think so. I think so. Yeah. My name would have been. I would have had a lot longer rap sheet if I hadn't found guitar at a young age. I think, just being lost, confused.
So many people out there. Yeah, if I hadn't found martial arts, oh god damn. I have no idea what would have happened to me. It was the only thing that I had ever done that made me feel like I wasn't a loser. I was like, all of a sudden I found a thing that I know that I can do. And if I just go all in,